Flagway. Throws to the wideout. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. That was not on the opening script of plays. The turnover as the defense makes a play early. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. First play of this drive. Makes a catch. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
And the Nittany Lions can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Using his legs, it's Wallace. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
You know, with defense, it's this pick-or-poison game, right? Like, I got to play a little bit soft and make them run the football, but when I do that, I give the running back space, and right there you can tell he takes advantage of it.
They're going to ride this running back. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
Yeah, and it's a nice decision by the quarterback when you run these RPOs. Man, if you can give it to him and you can get such positive yards like that, continue to do it. Make that defense react a different way, then I'll throw the football.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Second down to the air. Still looking to his right. Touchdown, Penn State. On the sideline, got it in the end zone.
What a fantastic route that time. If you're going to be able to throw the ball down in this area of the field where the windows close so quickly, you've got to be precise with the route running, and that's what happened right there. That's an easy connection between the QB and his target for the score.
It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Baylor sends out the offense to go to work. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Defense fills those gaps. He's got one to the 28.
And what a great job by the defense here. First down, second down, 2 straight runs. They stuffed both. And that was a big key for them coming into this game. They want to set up third and long situations. And now those edge rushers can pin their ears back to get after the quarterback. They can mix up and disguise their coverages on the back end, hoping to create negative plays and takeaways.
Hits inside. It's Morris. He's got the first down. Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. The Bears have it with a 1st and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
And the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, you've got to keep it up.
There he goes. He's at the 10. Smashes ahead. Touchdown, Baylor! He ran through 2 men on his way to the end zone. Looking for the tie with the extra point.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed, look at the elusiveness, get into the end zone. Nice run.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And they tacked on the extra point. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And he finished things off racing 53 yards for 6. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Makes the quick grab. Turning it on. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
Man, this guy is so dynamic, and that's why you want to try to get him the ball as many ways as you can. That time it's a screen throw, and he had some nice blocks downfield, but with his speed and elusive running ability, this dude is dangerous.
Drops back on first down. Stepping to the right. Trying to make magic on the scrap. Pulls it in down the sideline. He goes out of bounds, but there is a flag on the field. Let's see what this one's about. There are penalties you sort of forget about and others that sort of stick with you for a while. You get a play like that wiped out, that one's going to linger. So that'll cost them a down, 2nd and long after the illegal forward pass. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Got there right as the ball did, jarred it loose, it'll be 3rd down.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, and really, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference in that body.
Offense trying to catch them napping. Looks as if they'll go for it on 4th down. Got to make the play on 4th. And the incomplete pass, they roll the dice. Snake eyes.
And this offense choose to be aggressive. Listen, once you start getting to midfield, you see most offenses be aggressive, and they took their chance, and they failed. Now, early in the game, a chance to create momentum to swing back to the other side of the football field.
Fires left. Wide open downfield. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
Zone coverage means everybody's looking at the quarterback. So now, when I'm a wide receiver, I got to make sure I know I fit in the hole between these zones. I know where they're dropping to, and I know where I need to get to. Great job by the wide receiver finding that hole, and the quarterback throwing a strike.
Run in the red zone, it's Beal. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or 2.
They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. Touchdown, Baylor! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He gets a block. Finally pushed out of bounds at the 45, and what good field position after that return. They'll get this drive started from their own 45-yard line. From the gun, it's Wallace. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Gain of 2 on the play sets up 3rd and 8.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain. Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. From the gun, looking for a man. Got it. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Wants to throw one first. The quick game. Got 6 yards on the play, 2nd and 4 coming. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. On the run, it's Wallace. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. That's the end of the quarter, and it's Baylor holding the edge as we get a look at the numbers so far. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. They've got a first down here to open the period. They'll give it to him again. Makes a man miss. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
Love the push by the offensive line on that RPO play. Look how they just work the single teams and the double teams. You see linemen chipping off of their guys and climbing into the second.
Fighting for the end zone, and he dropped it. Scoop and score. Touchdown, Penn State. The extra point here would tie the game. And he made the extra point without problem. That drive covered 55 yards for the score. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. Deep in the end zone, it's Miller. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Bears offense makes its way onto the field. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Running inside. It's Morris. Not much there. He gets 1 to the 11.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Second and long here. Hand it to the back. Hits that hole for 4 and gets it out to the 16.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good gain, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. And the Bears come to the line with a new set of downs. Takes a handoff. It's Beal. Nice run to pick up his way for good yardage there.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
That's really good discipline by this defense because they've given up some yards on the ground, and so naturally you think be more aggressive, commit more bodies. Nice job staying patient, playing your responsibility on the outside, not giving up the deep ball, making them earn this, go down the field, and not give up those big plays.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
They're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that first down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
And the Bears come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short. Plows his way ahead. He'll be stopped short. It'll be fourth down, and let's see what the decision is here. Less than a yard to go for a first down, and the offense will remain on the field. Needs it. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive.
Gotta love the physicality on fourth down and short. You know what's coming. They hand the football off to the running back. No secret, but he plays physical, gets behind his pads, and gets the first down.
The Bears pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. The run inside. It's Morris. Knocked down immediately.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
After losing a couple of yards, it's now 2nd and 12 as they try to keep this drive moving. Here's Lagway to pass. Out wide right, it's Beal. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one.
Look, as an offense, you're always going to take completions over incompletions and interceptions. So the offense, they're able to make that third down a little bit more manageable, but honestly, not much.
They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this third and long. Looking for a crease. It's more. That's a fumble on the play. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
You had to wonder about this guy's confidence coming into this one. He put it on the ground in their last game. They lost. He had to hear about it all week long in the media, and now he's just put it on the ground again.
He found a hole, got about 5. He's down at the 21.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. So what do they have for third and short from their own 23? They'll try to get the first through the air. Escapes the pressure going right. He'll try to do it himself. He'll have the first down as he gets it to the 28-yard line before he's stopped. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Wallace. Oh, he's got some space. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big game.
Rush right in his face. They've got him. Great pressure by this defense. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming.
I got to be honest, I'm a little surprised the offense is trying to go so fast here after giving up a huge...
And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. The Bears call a timeout. That'll be their first. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this third down play. And we might as well state the obvious. First and second down didn't work out. Third and very long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Lets it fly. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. The Nittany Lions send out the punt unit. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. They'll field this one in tight quarters. Taken down right away. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Quick give. It's Beal. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down. The Bears headed quickly to the line. Throwing, Lagway. That's caught. It's Miller. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Play fake, Lagway. Smith with the grab over the middle. Picks up the first down, and he might have a little extra. That looked like it'll be roughing the passer. They'll take the penalty and move them back. And guys, bringing the heat is what any defense is about, but you have to stop short of making that official reach for his flag. Looking to the end zone. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. Just about a half minute to play in the first half. It's 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs going up top. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Back to pass on second down. Right on target this time. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move. The Nittany Lions peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Out wide left, it's Wallace. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Got his man. He steps out of bounds at the 15-yard line. Big pickup on the ground, and they're rolling. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. And that one's going to be over everybody's head and incomplete.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
Look out! He sacked this defense all over it. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Straight ahead, it's Wallace. And the defense is swarming to keep him from getting to the first down. They get the timeout called here, and probably just enough time for one more snap to put up points before the half. So they won't get a touchdown, but a chance to put something on the board before halftime. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, we welcome you into our palatial Orlando studios for the Week 3 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. Let's start with a look at the Kennesaw State Owls taking on the Jacksonville State Gamecocks. And it's Kennesaw State looking to make it 3 straight victories to start the new year. So far, so good. They lead this one in the first half. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
The Nittany Lions will get things going as their offense heads out to the field. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot. Snags it, and there's running room. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Handoff again. They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the first down.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. The Nittany Lions want to crank the tempo.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And those are frustrating. Like, those drops really annoy you because those running backs are always asking to be more a part of the game plan. Get the ball more, touch it more. An awesome opportunity in the pass game to make a play, ball right in his hands, and that is a missed opportunity.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. He's got an open man. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
And that's a huge 3rd down conversion by the offense there. It's 3rd and long. You've got to lead, not by a lot. Quarterback, though, very poised. Reads the coverage, throws it in rhythm, and you stay on the field.
Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive. He can be dangerous with the ball in his hands, but no room to return that pick, and they'll go on offense from the 21. Okay, guys, the Bears offense comes onto the field. So the turnover sets up their first drive of this second half, and they'll have an opportunity to take the lead. Flagway wants to throw. Right side, it's Morris. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. And it's another 1st and 10 play.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now. Get ready for it.
It's a fumble. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
And turnovers are so pivotal to winning a football game. Last week, man, he put it on the deck as well, and they lost by a possession. This week, you fumble again. Man, you've got to take care of the football. That's always priority number 1 for every single offense.
And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. The Nittany Lions can really attack on this 2nd and short. Hits inside, it's Wallace. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Drops back on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. It's dropped after taking the hit. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. This time he's got it. And it's complete at the 6. Defense right there, but now they're backed up with a goal-to-go situation.
Who says in the RPO pass game you can't throw anything vertically downfield, right? It doesn't all have to be screens and throws at the line of scrimmage. There's a good example of a quarterback pushing.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And you try to catch him off balance, maybe on 1st down and goal right here, a situation where maybe you sneak in a pass. Defense was ready, got the sack. Now you got to be a little bit more creative now that you got the negative play. The offense, I know you've worked this all week. You got to get ready to execute in the red zone.
Wants to go up top on 2nd down. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
I love the discipline of this defense. Not just playing run, right? They know it could be a pass in this situation. Pinning their ears back, getting to the quarterback, taking away all that small stuff. All the stuff, the easy access, the free release. Nice job of nice discipline by this defense.
It's complete on the right side. He'll be stopped right there. They threw it short of the goal line, and now they've got some ground to cover on 4th down. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. And he'll try to keep that smooth leg swing going for the 2nd time today, this one from 34 yards out. And he kept that one just straight enough to graze inside the left upright. That pushes the lead to 6 at 20-14. Fielded in the end zone, it's Miller. He's got great speed. Just barely able to stop him. He almost housed that baby. The nice return there. That last line of coverage is the only thing that stopped him from scoring. From the gun, it's Beal. And he's brought down after a short gain.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Working the ground game. recovers the fumble, and he's on the move. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that one.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Found a little room out of the Wildcat that time, just short of the first down. Let's see what they've got on second down. Flagway. Out wide right. And he coughs it up again. Oh, the fumble and the defense got it. Turns it on down the left side. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. The defense putting points on the board. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they add the extra point to finish the drive. The scoop and score. What a lift it can give to the defense. Not content to get the ball. They wanted to do something with it, and they did. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner will be knocked down. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. Here's Lagway to pass. Looking for a deep man. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. And he'll be marked down, but what a play to come up with that interception. Great place to start for this offense. Quarterback changing the play. Snaps it, they'll throw to start the drive. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
Hey, it's a heads-up play right there. Listen, you're trying to scramble. You're trying to make something happen. Nobody's open. You're not going to be able to get out of bounds. Just protect yourself. Get down on the ground. Get what you can get and live to play another day.
Can't get him to the ground. Makes the tackle at the 27. It's a pickup of 5 and enough for the first down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Turns up, it's Courtney. Makes the grab and down immediately. He picks up a few.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make a miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
We've reached a break, and Penn State is on top. We take a moment to look at the stats of what has been a tight ball game. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Caught on the RPO. He just won't take a big hit. Slides off guys, makes moves. He's down to the 21.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
Running inside, it's Wallace. Got some room, entered to the goal line. Touchdown, Penn State. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? That lead's a little more comfortable now as as they close in on a victory here in Week 3. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it. No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. This thing has sort of gotten away the last couple of possessions. They've been a little too generous, David.
Yeah, like a non-profit, man, like a charity, giving the football away too much. Got to take care of the football, Jesse, otherwise.
Looking to take a shot. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game. So they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Throwing, Lagway. He's going to take off. Slides to the ground. He got away and picked up the first down on a 2nd and long. And the Bears moving quickly to the line.
And they're going to need a lot more of this to get back in this football game. They're trailing. They're trying to make plays. I like the decision-making of the young man. Don't force the football. You already got to make big plays. The defense knows it, too. Nice job pulling it down, scrambling, getting the first down. Now you got to keep it going.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. And that's why the ball falls incomplete.
He's going to let it go. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes. Bring the speed on the field and get ready to play the pass.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. They pretty much have to keep the offense on the field, and they'll get right to the line of scrimmage. Fourth down, Lagway. He recovers the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, in this situation, the only offensive player who can advance the fumble is the guy who dropped it.
Well, the offense is coming off the field. They didn't have enough yards to get that first down anyway, but by putting it on the ground, they killed any shot at maintaining this drive, and now their defense has to take over in a sudden change situation.
And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Makes to grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on 2nd down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, and I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a 3rd down.
Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17. And the Nittany Lions come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Tough run here. It's Wallace. Tough, determined run gets it down to the 12.
Man, that's the advantage of having a good coaching staff that teach these players in this type of situation with the lead late in the game. You want to stay in the field of play and keep the clock ticking. They do that after that nice run.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Right at the line. They get him on the ground. The defense knew exactly where they had to stop him, and it's 4th down.
And the defense was not fooled on that third down. They were expecting that could be run. Linebackers doing a nice job really coming hard downhill to stop that play.
Touchdown, Penn State! And the stomping has commenced. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
When you've got a losing skid, there's nothing like some good old home cooking. They came back home, and they have played an outstanding game. And let's give this crowd a helmet stick. They've been so loud. You know they've impacted this game, and that's the beauty of college football, helping their team get back in the win column.
Don't know if the defense will appreciate having to defend a short field from the start after that penalty. They'll run this play from the pistol. Flagway wants to throw. Going for it all. And he tried to take the top off with the first play of the drive and got nothing to show for it.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
That's reeled in. It's Davis. And the Bears come to the line in the hurry-up. Dropping back, it's Flagway. Here comes the heat. Gets rid of it.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the fourth quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards, and that's really the story of the game, guys.
Gonna look downfield again. A shot toward the end zone. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. Caught behind the line. It's Wallace. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. The Nittany Lions with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Just missed on the connection, incomplete.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the first down at the 30. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The run inside. It's Wallace. Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Quarterback keeps it. Got the first down. Lots of running room. He's at the 20. And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved a touchdown. The huge explosive play put him right on the doorstep, and now they've got to punch it in. A run for the quarterback. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Now he's looking to throw it. Rolls right. Down goes the quarterback, and they turn 2nd and short into 3rd and long. And how big is that earlier sack now as they try to get it in the end zone here? Turning to the running game here on 3rd and goal. Did not get an inch. This defense digging in, and it's 4th and goal. Now, the offense is still out there. They're taking a gamble here. They could come up empty by passing on the field goal here on 4th down. Fires into the end zone. And give him another 6. Grabs him for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So it's an 80-yard drive, and the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it out. It's Miller. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Flagway. Right side, it's Miller. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Back to throw, it's Flagway. Looking to the big tight end. Got his man to the left. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32. The Bears in the hurry up. Wants to throw on first. Unloads to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. DJ gonna fire again. He wants it all. And he's got it in the end zone for a touchdown. It won't matter much in the outcome, but a little extra stat padding is nice. PAT unit on the field. Smashes it through for the PAT. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. At this point, a comeback would take one of the biggest miracles in the history of the sport, but they'll line up for the onside kick. They're on it, and they get it back for another drive.
Man, and so many times these don't work. You practice them all week long. Nobody jump off sides. Make sure you stay on sides. Get down there as quick as you can. Hit the first person in front of you. Try to get a lucky bounce, and man, if they didn't get one, and get the big onside kick.
Here's Flagway to pass. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And he went for it all on first down. Didn't connect, but it gave the D something to think about.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time. And obviously, guys, this drive is critical. You're down. You've got to score. So with a couple of timeouts in your pocket, man, like, that changes the whole dynamic of this 2-minute trip. Like, I can work the whole field. And here coming up on third down, man, don't be scared to do that. Don't be scared to run it. Don't be scared to throw a screen to get some yardage to get a first down.
From the gun on third down, Flagway. And that ball's free behind the line. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler. Throwing, Flagway. Looking to the big tight end. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the...
And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Bears! Lining up to add another. Splits those uprights right in half. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with a 44-yard touchdown pass. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go. Undeterred by this huge deficit in the last half minute, they'll line up for the onside kick. And in that scramble, they're going to come out of there with the football, and they get the onside kick and take possession right back. One more play to pad the stats. Flagway wants to throw. He's taking a deep shot. And that pass is incomplete. They were going for the consolation touchdown, but to no avail, and that's going to do it for this one. Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.
If you love offense, then you love this type of game. Both offenses going up and down the field, seemingly at will. Throwing the ball, running the ball. But, David, I feel like if you're a fan of defense, maybe this wasn't your cup of tea.
More defense optional. You didn't really get too much of that stuff, but, listen, you got to get a few stops late in the game. You got to get just kind of one stop with this many points that was being scored. You got the stop late. That's why you got the dub.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.